composite. Okay, can apply to basic as well. So just remember this formula. Okay, so let's go through. So this second derivative here, what does it mean, right? Second derivative. In your lecture notes is another symbol is more complicated. I simplify it. Okay. So this second derivative actually is a maximum value of the second derivative, the absolute maximum value. Absolute maximum value of the second derivative. Here is fx. Here is x. Okay, the maximum absolute value of second derivative. Okay, so let's see how to apply this formula, right? Let's go into one questions. Okay, let's go into one example. So this example asks you to find how many points. Just how I mentioned, right? Sometimes the question will ask you to find how many points. Okay, how many points to be used to compute the error to compute. So error for these integrations e negative x squared, so that the error at most half times 10 power of negative 4. Okay, so error at most what does it mean? Minimum or maximum? Maximum, right? So it means the maximum error is at most is 10 power of negative 4. Okay, so the error formula is here, right? This is error, right? You calculate the error. So write down the formula. Over 12 h squared okay. So how many points we need to use so that error will be at most, we can control the error at this value. Okay, so that we can control the error at this value. So from this integral here, what is the a and b? 0 and 1, right? So plug in b equal to 1, a equal to 0. So still remember how to get h? B minus a over n, right? Over number of parts, right? So 1 minus 0 over n. 1 over n. Okay, so still remember what is n? N is number of parts, right? So this n is number of parts. Okay, number of parts. From number of parts, how to get number of points? How to find this number of points? Yes. Okay, so number of points. So remember just now I gone through number of points equal to number of parts plus 1. So later on you need to plus 1. Okay? Okay. So plug in 1 over n into h. So square. And then now we try to find this second derivative value. This is the maximum value of second derivative. So what is our function here, right? So this is our functions. Okay, so write down the functions. Okay, let's continue here. Function equal to e power of negative s squared. So in order to get second derivative, we need to differentiate it. Okay, so still remember how to integrate, how to differentiate e negative x squared. Anyone? So integrate, differentiate e, we get back e, right? And then we need to differentiate the power here. So differentiate negative x squared, you get? Yeah, negative 2x. E plus with e negative x squared. Yes. Okay. So in order to get second derivative, differentiate one more time. So here is x multiplied with e, right? Multiplication. So what is the rules that you can use? Yeah, product rule. So we apply the product rule. So differentiate e first, and then differentiate negative 2x. Okay? Differentiate e first. So differentiate e negative x squared, we will get back this. Okay, so differentiate e negative x squared, we will get back this. So write down, okay, this one. Negative 2x e negative x squared. Again, differentiate negative 2x, we get negative 2, right? Okay, so negative 2x times negative 2x, negative times negative positive, so it will be 4x squared e negative x squared minus 2e squared. So now let's see how to get this value. This is a maximum value. Okay, this maximum value. Okay, so in order to get a maximum value, we need to plug in lower and upper limit to see which one will give you the maximum value. Okay, we consider the absolute value only. Absolute value. So first we plug in 0 into second derivative. So 4 times 0, whatever times 0 we got to 0, right? Then here will be plug in 0 into here. So E0 equal to 1, yes. Okay, so as a result equal to negative 2. So since we consider the absolute value only, so equal to 2. Okay. Okay, then plug in 1 upper limit. So plug in 1 into second derivative. 4 times 1 equal back to 4. So here we e power negative 1. Plug in 1. 1. So 4 minus 2 equal to 2e power negative 1. Okay. So press calculator for this, you will get 0.7358. 7358. So which one give you the maximum value? First one, second one. First one, right, equal to 2. Okay. So take this. This is the maximum value. Okay. Take this value. Okay. So take this value, plug into here. 2. Okay, plug into here. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah. So 1 minus 0 equal to 1, right? 1 over 12. Okay. So 1 power 2 equal back to 1. N power 2. Okay. 1 over n power 2. And this maximum value here equal to 2. Okay. 1/2 times 10 power negative 4. Okay, so we want to find out this n, right? Okay, anything can be cancelled off. 2 cancel off with 12 will be 1/6, right? Since we consider the absolute value negative, we can ignore. So in order to get this n, we transfer it to the other side. Okay, transfer it to this side. So 1/2 transfer to here, so it'll be 2/6. 10 power negative 4 transfer it to here, will be 10 power of positive 4. Right. Okay, we write again. N squared more than 1/3. I with 10 power of 4. Okay. How to get n? Put the square to the other side, it will become square root. Okay. So press calculator 57.74. Okay. So this n is number of n is number of parts, right? Number of parts. Number of parts is always an integer, right? We divide into 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, and so on, right? Okay. So what should be the nearest integer for this? Yes? Yes, 58. So n equal to 58 parts. So when we divide into 58 parts, the error will be maximum at this value. Okay, 58 parts. Okay, so how to get number of points? Number of points equal to n plus 1, right? So 58 plus 1 equal to 59. Okay. So that's all for today. No, that's all for this trapezoidal rule. Okay. Last one. Then we stop. Okay. Let's go into Simpsons. Okay. Simpson is similar with trapezoidal rule. So for Simpson, the area we consider is area of parabola. So what does mean parabola? Look like this, right? Okay, this is a parabola, right? So how to calculate the area of parabola? What's the formula? Width over 3. Okay. First height plus 4 times second height. 4 times second height plus third height. Okay, remember that for Simpson divide by 3. Okay, there are 3 heights here, right? 1, 2, 3. So divide by 3. Trapezoidal divide by 2. There are 2 heights, right? First one and second one. Okay, remember that. Okay, and then for number of parts. Okay, number of parts now they are different. Must be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. What does it mean? Must be even number, right? Yeah, must be even number. The number of parts we can divide into must be even number. Okay? So we can't divide into 3 parts, can't divide into 5 parts. Okay, why like that, right? So let's divide into 2 parts first. Divide into 2 parts. Okay, so divide into 2 parts with the equal width. Remember, the width must be equal. So let's say this is the first part, this second part. So when we divide into 2 parts, there will be how many points? Just now we are doing right. We have done it. Right, the quiz. Divide into 2 parts. How many points? 3 points, right? So these 3 points will form a parabola. So in order to form a parabola, you need 3 points. That's why must divide into all the even numbers. Okay? So this is a parabola. Okay? So area of the parabola equal to h over 3. First height plus 4 times second height. And plus the last one. Okay? Okay, now we divide into 4 parts and see. Okay, divide into 4 parts. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts. There will be how many points? 5. Okay. So you will form 2 parabolas. So this is the first parabola. This will be the second parabola. Okay. So now the integration will be area of first parabola plus the area of second parabola. Okay. So we hash. Now what should be hash? V minus A divided by 4. Okay. Divide into 4 parts. Divide by 4. So we hash over 3. First fx. Second height multiply with 4. And from the last one fx3. So this is S1, right? S2, S3, S4, S5. And then the area of second parabola. Second parabola, the first height will be, yes, fx3. Second height will be fx4. And plus the last one. Okay. Okay, we can simplify the formula here. It's h over 3, right? H over 3 a little. So which means we can factor out h over 3. Okay? And then take the first one plus the last one. Okay? And this fs2 times 4, right? This also times 4. Both times 4, right? So which means we can factor out 4 from both of them. Factor out 4.
之前我去的时候，
So fs2 plus fx4.
因为刚刚他顺序讲他记得我以前有参加，
Okay.
然后伟姐就
And
问他，
then
你记得清不记得源头？
fx3 how many?
哦，
Yeah, 2, right?
然后伟姐是他记
So
得你，他不
2
记得
times
我。
fx3.
哦，大师不记得我参加。
So basically this is a formula for
对，那时候
Simpson.
那时候讲
Okay, this is a
那
formula.
时候讲出来的时候，他也是有跟我讲。
Okay.
伟姐
To be easier to
伟姐
remember,
就讲，伟姐讲，
I down first
讲
fx
这么我比如在
plus the last one.
and 伟姐就讲，
Okay.
有啊，他之前有
Plus
瞎子的 and
4 times the sum of others
所以
when here is
你有去啊？这样
even
子啊？
number, right? Even number. 2 and 4 they are even number, right? Even number. Plus 2 times others. When here is 3 is odd number, right? When here is odd number. Okay, so just remember this. Okay, so let's go through the example again. Just now the example. Now we apply the Simpson rule. This example. So divide into 4 parts. So h equal to 1 minus 0 divided by 4 equal to 0.25, right? Okay, so s1 equal to 0, s2 equal to 0.25, s3 equal to 0.5, s4 equal to 0.75, s5 equal to 1. So first one is 1, 0.941176, 0.8, 0.64, 0.5. Okay. So now we divide into 4 parts. So now we apply the Simpsons. So for Simpson is h over 3. Remember that h over 3. First one plus last one. And 4 times others with the even numbers. Even numbers, right? 4 times the summation of other with the even numbers. What are the even number here?
你又是哪一个？
Yeah, fx2,
哪里一个？
fx4.
secretary。
And 2 times others with the odd number. What's
他
odd
是
number
秘
here?
书，
啊，他是秘书。
fx3.
他是好人。
So 1.5. So 4 times fs2 is this value 0.941176. fs4 is 0.64. fs3 is 0.8. Okay, so h equal to 0.25. And for this part, press calculator, you will get 9.424705. Wait, how come there are so many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. So press calculator, you'll get around this figure 0.785392. Okay, so this is a Simpson's rule. Okay,
它有放在哪里？没有。
so how to count the absolute error?
它没有 recording。
So absolute error. So this is the approximated value.
先操作前面的哦。
Right.
它 record 到了2
Okay,
头在
actual value. Actual value just now we have done it, right? Actual value scroll out. Scroll out.
有放。
Actual
就
value.
是学生方。
This one. This is the actual value, right? This is the actual value. Okay. So 0.785398 minus 0.785398. So I get 6 times 10 power negative 6. Okay. Okay, so this is for Simpson. Just now, trapezoidal rule. What is the error? Just now. What's the error? This is the error, right? 10 power negative 3. Now it's 10 power negative 6, right? 10 power negative 6. Which one is more accurate?
要吗？
Simpson, right? Simpson is more complicated. You can see that. It's more accurate.
把这
Okay.
两头在前面。
Okay, now happy moment again.
With
Okay. Last one. Last one. Okay, divide into 2 parts. Now use Simpson. Okay, use Simpson to do it. Divide into 2 parts. Just now we have already divided into 2 parts, right?